Hello everyone, welcome back to Jacqs. Thanks for joining me today for a journaling video. I think every year I talk about the types of journals that I'm going to be using for the year, and I do try to show a few of my pages, but I haven't been consistent in that, and I kind of want to get more consistent this year. And that's going to start with having the right type of journal. So last year I picked up this memory planner from Conquest Journals, and I was trying this in a new style, and that was the vertical style memory planning. And I was really having a hard time with it. I did try to do some horizontal layouts, but overall I just really was having a hard time adapting to it. And then that made me really not want to journal in it. And so then this happened. I have complete months that I didn't even do anything in because of the fact that I wasn't a fan of doing the vertical style. So I definitely wanted to get back to doing some of my regular type journaling this year. I've said it for 2 years in a row now, I think, and this year I am doing it. There's a cute little flip up. Oh, I injured myself. I'm telling you, it was the year of injuries for me last year, and so I'm glad that's over. Here's another injury. That one was really bad. Anyways, I don't want to focus on that. So what I want to talk about is what I'm going to be using this year. So during a haul in 2021, I showed you that I picked up the Heidi Swapp Storyline Chapter items for such a great deal. So I really wanted to use these this year. I was going to go back to Traveler's Notebooks, but since I had these, I thought, why not try it? I really love the 6x8 size. But after I started, I found out that these are not 6x8. These are 7.5 by 9. So they're really quite large. But I'm going to go ahead and give this a try this year. I'm kind of excited about it. So I had enough Cocoa Daisy products left over, and I created my own little planner. And I just love the cover that I created. This was one of their papers as well as one of their journaling cards, Dream, Create, Inspired. And then I took some Dollar Tree felt numbers, 2022, added that, and then put this through my laminator. Here is the back side. This also came in one of the kits. It was a card I cut out, and the paper. So I'm really loving that. I did put it on the disc binding since I had that new tool to use. And then on the inside, I have my monthly calendar. I've created little bookmarks for each of the calendars to flip to it easily. And then I'll have to-do list. I had so much left over. It was awesome to be able to create another planner for this year. So I'll be using these, and then I'll have a notes section. So in the notes section, what I'm going to do is just kind of write down what I did in the day. And that way I can take this, if there's a nice story, if I do something, if there's an event I want to document larger, then I'm going to move into the scrapbook insert from Heidi Swapp. That was part of the storyline chapters. And then I'm going to document the larger stories here. But I do like the idea of having the planner, documenting what happens during the day in the planner, and then taking the larger, more documentable items and putting that into the actual journal. So that's how I'm going to be using my system this year. So I selected the black and white polka dot scrapbooker insert to use to begin this year. I don't know why, it just spoke to me. I needed to use it, so it's just kind of fun. And the first thing that I want to put in it is my one word of the year, as well as kind of like my vision board for the year. I didn't do one last year, and I really kind of missed doing that process. So I created this in Canva. If you need to have me show you how I did that or how to select your one word of the year, I would be happy to create a video on that for you. This is a really fun process, and it's a great way to kind of just think through everything and start your year anew. So I've cut this in half because I want to kind of make this the first spread of the journal. And then what I did on another page was to go through and actually kind of identify the key areas that I have on my vision board here. So I have community, health, document, balance is my one little word, and Jacqs scraps, faith, and career. And then I kind of just put some little notes beside it of what those kind of mean in a snapshot for me. And I'm going to have that over here on the right hand side. This is a journaling card and digital images that I used from Dunia Designs. So I'm going to go ahead and lay this out. To add some background cover to my vision board, I'm using DCWV, the Old World Stack. This is so old, 2011. But I pulled out this really pretty green color that I want to use. One of the important things to remember when you're doing a layout where you've cut the page in half is to not butt the pages right up to the seam, because then it will make your journal just that much more bulky. So you can see there that I kind of put it up on each side. I like how that looks. For my next two pages, I actually created them in Canva as well. I created two journaling pages, and then I printed them out so that I could add them into my journal. When I printed them out, I did it in a way that I could cut out the individual images. And then that way it will add more dimension to your journal. So I have my journaling here. This is a layered paper, one that has holes in it. Did my writing on the top. It does have a torn edge for the top piece, and then the bottom is just a solid piece. And then I have my two photos that I want to add here. On the second page, I wanted to kind of mirror the first one. I may not do that with all the layouts, but this one I did. So here's my journaling. It has some shadows on the edge. They'll be going here. And then I'll put my photos here on the edge. So I'll have my planner there, and then another photo that I'm adding of my son right here later. Now, what's really great about these layouts is that I have saved them in a PDF format for those that want to use these as templates for their own journaling or scrapbooking, any type of documenting. You can cut out the images and use those. You'll even be able to cut out these little photo mats and put your own photo in there. And for those that use Canva, I will have a link to my Canva document where you can edit that and use it yourself. So I hope that you will like that document that I'm providing for you. I would like to do more of the journal sketches, so please let me know if you like that idea. So this layout is kind of tonal. It has the gray, whites, and black. Kind of liking that again for the new year. And these were just printed out on my home printer, which is an Epson Workforce. The next thing I want to do is use some of these Pebble rub-on transfer sheets. So that's how it came out. I really love having those silver foil starburst on there. Really pretty. And that is it for today. So I hope you enjoyed this session, and I hope you pick up the freebie that I have for you and make your own journal page. I would love to see it. If you create one, please tag me. And I think we'll wait to decorate the cover of this journal until we've filled it all up. That way we won't ruin it. All right, until next time.